All right. Number 4 is pick up the slack.
Oh, my.
If you want your spouse to feel like you have their back, you've got to pick up the slack. And there are going to be times in your spouse's life where they can't keep up with all their obligations that they have. And that's when their teammate comes in to pick up the slack. You come in, you pick up the slack to improve a situation by doing something that someone else has not done or not completed. Are there tasks in your spouse's life that they wish they could do, but just haven't had the time to do them? This is where you come in. Do the chore they don't have time for. Mm-hmm. Pick up the slack. If you see something that is left undone, rather than just letting it sit there, why haven't they done the dishes? Why haven't they done this or that? Why haven't they taken out the garbage? Rather than asking those questions, maybe it's ask hey, what's going on in their life that they're so busy that they haven't had the chance to do this yet? And this is an opportunity for you to show them in that moment that you have their back. It was like, you did this for me it was yesterday.
I have no idea what you're going to say.
I was working on some stuff, and it was very early in the morning, and you had mentioned the trash. And so I'm like, oh yeah, I'll get to that.
It's the first trash day after Christmas.
Yeah, so we had
day.
a ton of stuff, boxes and whatever. And I was finishing up what I was doing at the computer. And while I was doing that, you went out and took care of it because you could see, hey, he's working on this.
Yep.
So let me go take care of this. And it was just one of those moments where you came back in and I was getting ready. I think I was getting ready to go do the trash. Mm-hmm. And you said, I've got it. I got it. And I was just like, oh, wow, thank you so much. Like, that was so helpful because we were at that point, we were getting ready to run off to our next appointment.
Yeah. Yeah.
So just yesterday, you did that and showed me that you had my back.
Yeah. And there are times when I'm swamped, with painting, ladies' events, homeschooling, or whatever it is. And it can be really hard for me to keep up with cooking dinner or grocery shopping, keeping the house clean, whatever. And whenever this happens, Thomas will text me and he'll say something like, we're out of milk. So rather than being like, why have you not brought milk into this house? He's already at the store getting milk, He's like, I'm at the store getting milk. Is there anything else I can get for you? Like, do you need anything else at home? And those kinds of picking up the slack means a lot to me because I can say, oh yeah, you know what? We need eggs and bread too. Grab those while you're there. Or sometimes he'll text me while I'm painting and he'll tell me I've got supper covered tonight. And I love it. I know I'm going to come home and everybody's going to be okay. And it makes me feel like we're a team and it shows me he's got my back.
And this just happened the other week where you were painting all day long and I texted you and I'm like, hey, what do you think about Olive Garden?
Yes. He was like, let's go out to Olive Garden tonight. And this is funny because I right away was like, oh yeah, that sounds really nice. Because I totally wanted Olive Garden. It's like one of my favorite restaurants. But at the same time, I did not want to go anywhere. I was covered in paint. Yeah. I was really tired. But I said yes because I was like, this is really nice of him to do that.
And a little while later, it was probably an hour or two later, I called you on the phone just to see how things were progressing. And
I ran out of paint and had to go to the paint store and come back to the job. And I was really mad at myself.
So it was taking extra time.
Yeah.
So I said, well, what about pizza? Like, what if I get pizza delivered to the house instead of going out?
And we eat in our bed, I think you said, in a date in our bedroom.
Yeah. And you had just got done talking with Catherine about the fact that you didn't want to go out anywhere, and you'd mentioned something about eating Olive Garden in bed. And I was like, perfect, I can order Olive Garden and go pick it up.
Yeah, and he did, and it was the best night ever. We told the girls, we're having a date, don't come in.
Yep, don't bother us.
Don't bother us. We ate our Olive Garden in bed and
watched the movie, watched a rom-com.
Oh yeah, that's right. It was a rom-com.
Yep,
it was very nice.
Pick something that you would really enjoy watching because you had a long, tough day.
Yeah.
You were out bringing money to provide for our family with your painting company that you have, and so it was a way that I could show you, hey, I've got your back when you're not here able to do the things you normally do. Then I will pick up the slack.
Yeah, and it's awesome. It's such a great feeling to feel that teamwork.